Right now, 4 civilian space travelers are getting ready for a daring mission, and if all goes according to plan, the SpaceX crew members will reach a higher orbit than any human has gone since the Apollo program, and they'd become the first civilians to conduct a spacewalk.
That's pretty cool. Their rocket is set to blast off from NASA's Kennedy Space Center early tomorrow on a mission known as Polaris Dawn. Don't you want to be on that one?
Sounds like a great movie.
That's amazing. Okay, CNN's going to be broadcasting it. We're hoping this is super cool to watch. Let's bring in former NASA astronaut Garrett Reisman, who now serves as a SpaceX consultant. We should note he helped lead the development of Crew Dragon, the first SpaceX civilian mission to space. Okay, Garrett, 2 of the crew members, they are venturing out on a space walk. This is crazy. What is this going to look like?
Yeah, it's a little crazy, but it's very exciting. And I really want to start by giving praise to Jared Isaacman, who put this mission together and is the commander of the mission. It was really his idea to push SpaceX to expand their capabilities, and that includes doing a spacewalk, something SpaceX has never done before. And it's going to be really exciting. Anytime you do something like this for the first time, it's really exciting to watch.
It's also about who is doing it, right? These are civilians doing a spacewalk, so it's going to be historic for a number of reasons, but there's risk involved, right? Walk us through those.
Yeah, and 2 of the civilians on this flight are people I worked with at SpaceX and know very well. So it's a little bit of a nail biter for me, to be honest with you. It is risky. Anytime you do something like this for the first time is risky. But it is super exciting, and I'm so happy for them. I know how excited they are to be a part of this. It's really important because it's a step that SpaceX eventually needs to take if we are going to have people living on the moon and on Mars in a sustainable fashion going forward. So it's great to see him taking this step.
Yeah, we get so excited, but this is serious business, and it's always important to remember that. This is the frontier, right? I do, Garrett, want to ask you about these 2 astronauts who are stuck in space. We covered it at the beginning. They were supposed to be there for a little over a week. It's now been more than 2 months, going on 3, and NASA says that they're going to be stuck on the space station until February, when a SpaceX rocket will bring them home. What do you think led NASA to make this decision?
Well, it's just that the uncertainty in the results. They don't know exactly what is the root cause of the problem up there. I would put really good money. I would bet good money that when Starliner undocks the Boeing capsule, it will come home and everything will be fine. But I'm not really willing to bet my life on it unless I had to. And that's the thing, they don't have to, right? They can wait. They have another vehicle coming up, the SpaceX Dragon, and they can just wait and take that home. And yes, they're gonna have to stay up there another 6 months, and that's a long time. They weren't anticipating that. That's not easy. It's not easy on the families. But I know Sunny very well. She's got a very cheerful and very positive disposition. She'll be just fine up there. I'm not so sure about Butch though.
Garrett, you essentially said that this isn't really a referendum on the Starliner, that you think it would come back in pretty good shape, but I'm wondering what impact this sort of snafu might have on Boeing's space program long term.
Well, they got to fix this technical problem, so they don't want to go through this again. They have to by doing a lot of testing on the ground, and when the capsule comes back and they review all the data from the mission, they have to look very carefully to see what are the missing pieces of information that they need to be confident to do this again with people, and what additional testing they might have to do before they're willing to do that. But there will be a path forward. This is a technical problem that engineers can solve, and I'm confident that Boeing will be there along with SpaceX in the future, because NASA really needs to have 2. This whole incident shows exactly why it's important for NASA to have 2 different options to get people up and down to the space station.
Garrett, thanks so much for sharing your expertise with us. Polaris Dawn premieres tomorrow right here on CNN. We look forward to watching it. Thanks, Garrett.
Thanks, Boris. Thanks, Brianna. Always fun.